if you remember the last time when we were doing caching training with Spark out of a pipe, roughly half the time or a third of the time, he was taking it to the cage instead of to the box. And I should have realized earlier on, this is a common problem that mink have. If you're working anywhere near the vicinity of their cage, they want to take it back to their cage. I had one mink that was so strongly that way that I could work at a nearby park and the mink would walk all the way home to cache in her cage. So, I mean, it's just a natural, you're basically fighting nature because they realize that their real home is in their cage, not in their box. So you need to have the caching box become their home away from home. But if you're not away from home, you're sitting there at home, of course they're just going to prefer to take it to their cage because that's what their instinct tells them is, hey, take it home. All I had to do to fix that problem was to take the training outside the fence. I started at the neighbor's yard, but realized, you know what? I don't even think I need to go that far. I could just go to the side of my house outside of the fence where it's not in the backyard anymore, and boom, it fixed the problem. So this is where we've been doing training lately. And what I've been working on is he caches consistently. But a common thing that mink do, and I've had mink do for years and years and years, is they'll go in, they'll kill the animal, they'll come back out, look for the caching box, and then you try and encourage them to go back in and bring the animal out. Well, that extra step creates the opportunity for something to go wrong, right? The mink should really just, the minute they kill something, bring it right out and bring it to the box immediately, or at least come looking for you if they're not sure where the box is. But if they leave the animal and then come looking for you, there's always a chance that some complication is going to make it so the mink doesn't go back and get it. For example, I might not realize he killed anything and pick the mink up and move on to another area. Or the mink might get distracted by a different animal. Things go wrong if there is a delay between killing and caching. So I've been working for the first time on preventing that delay. And how I do that is, if Spark doesn't immediately bring the rat out to the box, he gets a punishment, which is we steal the rat from him. So this is the pipe that we're going to be training out of, and it's a nice long pipe. And this right here is the entrance to the pipe. This is where the mink goes in. On the other end, we have it blocked off. On this end, we have it blocked off with a rag so the mink can't go completely through it. And what we do is we open this up and we put the rat down the pipe. But he's got a leash on, and you'll see why. I stuff up the end with this rag. That prevents the mink from coming through. You raring to go, huh? Mr. Spark, you raring to go? He knows what time it is.
Let go of the street.
Okay, let go, Galilee. Come stand by me. Okay, right there. Stay right there. Okay, so he didn't take it out. So what I'm going to do is steal the rat from him. Now hurry and put the rag back in. Good job. Okay, come here, Ellie. Olive. So now he's come back, but he didn't bring the rat with him. So now he's going to discover that he lost his rat. So I'm going to let him go down the pipe so he can go in and realize, oh crap, the rat's gone. That was a mistake. I should have brought it out immediately, not left it in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay here for a minute. I'm going to let him kind of look around for it. Where'd that rat go? Man, where'd that rat go? And just kind of let him, don't touch it, Galilee, leave it there. Just let him get frustrated here. I want him to realize how dumb it was leaving it in the hole. If he would have just brought it back, he would have immediately got a reward. But now he gets nothing and the rat's gone. So not only does he not get his food, but he lost his rat. But I need him to realize that. So you have to let him go down the pipe and notice that the rat's gone, so he realizes, crap, when I leave something down in a hole, when I come back later, it's gone every time. That's the concept we want him to learn. So after he's failed to bring the rat back, this is where we bring him. And we're just going to tie him on the line and let him think about what he did.
I want to pet him.
You want to pet him? Okay.
He's so cute yellow mink.
Hey, cute little mink, huh? Okay, we got to put the leash on him. No more petting him. No more petting him. Let me put the leash on him.
He's such a cutie.
So, how long we leave him here just depends what I'm doing. It might only be for 15, 20 minutes. It might be for a couple hours. It just depends on what I'm doing. And the point is for him to just realize if he doesn't bring it back, he's not going to eat for a while. Like I said, a bare minimum of 15, 20 minutes, but it could be a couple hours before I give him another opportunity.
Come on, Daddy.
Okay, you gotta think about it, silly boy. You gotta think about what you did. And this is just a convenient place to do it. I could also put him back in his cage. I just don't want to take him anywhere very interesting. So in his cage, tied to this line, somewhere boring. So I guess kind of in a way it is a timeout. But I don't want to like take him for a walk or do something fun. I want it to be kind of boring. Take him to the pond and let him swim. That's not what the goal. The goal is for after he fails to bring it back, not only does he not get to eat, but he doesn't do anything fun either. So we'll leave him here for a little bit and we'll come back and show you what we do. Okay, so now I'm just going to put the dead rat back down the pipe. And I've got this stick to push it down there. And I'm going to stuff the hole back up. Okay, so we left Spark out here for about a half hour. Now it's time we give him another shot and see what he does. Okay, so that's how it usually goes. If he doesn't cache it the first time, so far he's always cached it the second time. Which, you know, the downside to that is it might create a habit. He might just start doing that every single time and he doesn't think of it as a problem because he's like, oh well, I'm gonna eat eventually. So what I'll probably start doing if it seems to become a habit where he's just leaving it and then expecting to get it, bring it back the next time every single time, what I'll start doing is having him skip meals. So let's say, like for instance today, it's the morning. Say I feel like, man, it's becoming a bad habit. He goes in, kills a rat, comes back out. Instead of leaving him on the line for 30 minutes to an hour or two, I'll just put him back in his cage and come back later that night. So he'll have to wait the entire day to eat. That will hopefully create a sense of urgency to where he doesn't do that. But in the beginning stages, I'm just going to keep the consequence pretty easy, half an hour to an hour. And then we'll make it more difficult if it's clear he's not picking it up and he really should be. Okay, so now what we're doing is while he eats, I'm going to sneak in here and get the rat out. The reason for that is I don't want him to try and take the rat somewhere else after he's done eating. And that's a common thing that mink do. Rather than leaving it in the box, once they've eaten their reward, they then try and take the rat somewhere else. Now, the goal is for him not to realize I snuck the rat out. And sometimes that doesn't happen, and sometimes it does. But I try to sneak it out without him knowing. Since it's got a harness on, I don't want to mess with it and pull the string and have him feel that. So I'm just going to take it out of the harness, stick the harness back in there, and shut the lid. And I don't want him to know I've got this rat, so I'm going to put it in the vest pocket. So a lot of times people are like, ew, that's gross, you put it in your pocket. Well, that's why I have a vest, and that's why I have a hunting coat. It's for the pockets. That's the very purpose of carrying this around, so that I could put things in my pocket. Namely, dead rats, fish, the meat that I'm going to feed the mink, things like that. That's what the pockets are for, and that's where I wear a fishing vest. It's not some kind of cool style. It has an actual purpose. So when it's cool, I wear a coat that has big pockets that can zip up. And when it's warm, I use a fishing vest. because I don't want the mink to see me holding the rat or his fish or whatever he caught. I don't want him to know that I have it, so I need to hide it in my pocket. Same with the meat. I don't want to walk around holding his meat. So that's why I wear a fishing vest or a specific hunting coat with zip-up pockets. And it's important that the pocket zips so the mink can't dive in and take whatever I have in there out, and so it doesn't accidentally fall out while I'm moving around. So big pockets with a zipper are vital while training a mink. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed the video. YouTube has been tightening down on their censorship. I in fact just barely got a strike for a video that I thought was totally fine. But nope, they gave me a strike, took it down, and you guys are never gonna see it. So what happens to that and many other videos that I already know are gonna get a strike, so I don't even try and put up on YouTube? Well, they go on my Mink Man's exclusive club. This club allows me to show videos that I never could show on YouTube. So if you guys feel like you're missing out seeing these little clips, well, you really are. I'll post whatever I can here on YouTube, but the rest is going to be going to my exclusive club. So just click on the link in the description below and find out what you're missing.